Good morning, class 8. We are studying pressure exerted by liquid and gases. Before this, we studied about the pressure exerted by water at the bottom of the container. Also, pressure exerted by liquid at the wall of the container. Now, we are going to see the pressure exerted at the same depth by the activity. So, take an empty plastic bottle or a cylindrical container. You can take a used tin can or a used plastic bottle. Drill 4 holes all around near the bottom of the bottle. Make sure that the holes are at the same height from the bottle. Now fill the bottle with water. What do you observe? Do the different streams of water coming out of the holes fall at the same distance from the bottle? What does this indicate? So see, one figure is given. You have to take one bottle, make 4 holes at the bottom of the container in this way and pour water in that bottle and observe, are the water falling from the 4 holes are at the same height? Yes, it will be at the same height, and this shows that liquid exerts equal pressure at the same depth. So can you now say that liquid exerts pressure on the walls of the container? Yes, we can say that liquid exert pressure on the walls of the container. Do gases also exert pressure? Yes, gases also exert pressure. We'll see in the activity. Do they all exert pressure on the walls of their container? Let us find out. So, gases also exert pressure at the bottom of the container. So, how? We'll see this. When you inflate a balloon, why do you have to close its mouth? Means you are having one balloon, you are inflating air in that balloon and you are closing the mouth of the balloon. So why you are closing? If you will not close, the air will come out or air will goes out. Suppose you have a balloon which has holes. If you are having a balloon and that balloon is having holes and you are inflating air in that balloon, will the air will stay in the balloon or not? Would you be able to inflate it? No, you can't inflate it because the balloon is having hole and the air will go out of the balloon. If not, why? Can you say that air exert pressure in all direction? Yes, air exert pressure in all direction. That's why the balloon which is having hole is not inflated by the air and all the air through the holes goes out. Do you recall what happens to the air in the bicycle tube? So you know bicycle tube also. We are inserting air in that tube and when suppose there is a puncture, all the air goes out. So that shows that air exert pressure at the wall of the container or wall of the tube. Do these observations suggest, do air in the bicycle tube when it has a puncture, do these observations suggest that air exert pressure on the inner walls of an inflated balloon or a tube? Yes, it shows that air exert pressure and in the inner walls of the balloon or tube. So we find that gases too exerts pressure on the walls of their container. So gases and liquid, they exert pressure on the wall of the container at the same depth, also at the bottom of the container. So this shows that air exert pressure in liquid and gases also. Next we are going to see that is atmospheric pressure. So what is atmospheric pressure? So all of you know that what is atmosphere. The surrounding around us is known as atmosphere. And this atmosphere contains air. This also you know very well. You know that there is a air all around us. This envelope of air is known as the atmosphere. So the air which is surrounded us is called as atmosphere. The atmospheric air extends up to many kilometers above the surface of the Earth. The pressure exerted by this air is known as atmospheric pressure. So the pressure whatever exerted by the air in the atmosphere is known as atmospheric pressure. We know that pressure is force per unit area. If we imagine a unit area and a very long cylinder standing on it filled with air, then the force of gravity on the air in this cylinder is the atmospheric pressure. So force of gravity, you know, gravity means the things coming down, the things whatever we are throwing up in the sky, they are coming down due to the force of gravity. So same thing is here, the cylinder standing on it filled with air. So this is a cylinder and the air is filled in this cylinder. This is known as unit area. So this area of the tube is known as unit area. And then the force of the gravity, due to the force of gravity on the air in this cylinder is the atmospheric pressure. So whatever force of gravity is there in this cylinder is known as atmospheric pressure. So now, but how large or small is the atmospheric pressure? So how much large or is the atmospheric pressure we'll study about by this activity. Let us get an idea about its magnitude. So about the area, how much area of the atmospheric pressure, it is a large or a small, we will find out. So see here, one activity is given. Take a good quality rubber sucker. You know rubber sucker, the figure is given here. This is the handle and this is the rubber sucker. It is inflated in. Press it hard on a smooth plain surface. Does it stuck to the surface? Now try to pull it off the surface. Can you do it? What you have to do, you have to hold this rubber sucker and press in this way on the surface. So what will happen? It will stuck to the surface and it will difficult to pull it, because whatever air present in this surface area is coming out in the atmosphere and there is no air under the sucker. That's why it gets stuck to the surface. And if the air is not present, it is hardly difficult to pull it back. So when you press the sucker, most of the air between its cup and the surface escape out. The sucker stick to the surface because of the pressure of the atmosphere act on it. To pull the sucker off the surface, the applied force should be large enough to overcome the atmospheric pressure. So first only I told you it will be difficult to pull up because the air is not present inside the sucker. The applied force should be large enough to overcome the atmospheric pressure. This activity might give you an idea about the magnitude of atmospheric pressure. In fact, it would not be possible for any human being to pull the sucker off the surface. So first only I told you it will be very difficult or large force will be required to pull the sucker again back to its position, because the air is not present inside the surface of the sucker. Surface, if there is no air at all between the sucker and the surface, does it give you an idea how large the atmospheric pressure is? So whatever the surface covered by the sucker, that is called as the surface area. And does it give you an idea about the large atmospheric pressure? So that is the area large covered by the sucker and no air is present, and that is called atmospheric pressure. So if the area, so one example is given here, if the area of my head were 15 centimeter into 15 centimeter, means head 15 centimeter into 15 centimeter, how much force air will exert on my head? So we have to see how much force will be exerted by the air on the head. The force due to air in the column of the height of the atmosphere and area 15 into 15 centimeter is nearly equal to the force of gravity. Gravity, first only you know everything. force of gravity on an object of mass. Mass, you know, the area covered or the area calculated is known as mass. The mass is 225 kilometer and it is converted into Newton, that is 2250 Newton. The reason we are not crushed under this force of the gravity is that the pressure inside our bodies is also equal to the atmospheric pressure and balances the pressure from outside. So here one figure is given about pressure of atmosphere on your head. So this is the figure. So what this figure shows, that this is a one cylinder and the surface area of the head is 15 into 15 centimeter and the air is present in this tube or cylinder. So the pressure of air is equal to the pressure of the body, is equal to the pressure of the body, and that is atmospheric pressure, and it balances the pressure from outside. The body balances the pressure from outside, and the air atmospheric pressure, the air is giving pressure to come out, but the head, the surface area is not allowing the air to come out. Because why? The pressure also of the body not allowing the air to come out of the cylinder. So all these things, many forces and pressure we studied in this chapter, and the chapter is completed.